Welcome to It's Not About the Hair online series. My name is Valerie Fuentes. I'm your host, and today I am with Jennifer Brown, and she's also joining us with Mr. Brown. Thank you. Thank you, Sean, for saying yes. I want to congratulate you, Jennifer. It's been a lot has happened since we last spoke, and the only thing I see in your life is growth in so many levels, right? Family expanding, following, like the followers are crazy expanding, and I think it is all because of you, who you are, how you are spreading the message, and everything you're doing for us. Like, it's not only about the followers, but it's about like really sharing the message about hair loss and that we get to live a full life with hair loss. So thank you so much for everything you're doing, and congratulations.
Well, thank you. It's been really exciting. I'm very honored to be a part of the hair loss community.
Yeah, it's so much fun. And also early in this year, we got the opportunity to collaborate with the Unstoppable Confidence Challenge.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys are familiar, but we did a video where we're just rocking our wigs,
Yes.
living the dream with a wig life, and that was so much fun. And so I wanted to thank you because of that too, because I feel like you bring so much fun to this, right? Hair loss is such a heavy topic, and when I watch your stuff, I just crack up. I'm laughing, I'm lit up. It's so good. So thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you.
So let's start with an update, a quick life update, because I know things are going on. So what has been going on since we last spoke?
So on social media since we last spoke, things have just kind of exploded. I decided to start a TikTok, and it was kind of a scary thing because there was not a lot of women talking about the issue of hair loss on TikTok, and I felt the audience was a little some people are a little less accepting on TikTok. They can be a little more harsh. And so it was really nerve-wracking to step out into that field. But oh my goodness, it's just been an overwhelming response of people being accepting and loving. You know, of course you get a few people that are hateful or not accepting, but overall that has just blown up and been crazy. And then I've met so many amazing people on Instagram, so many amazing women dealing with hair loss. And I've been able to help them see that, like you said, there is life after hair loss. Like, you can still have a fun, full life. Mm-hmm. If anything, I feel like wigs are more fun. I get to have more fun with it. And then on a personal level, you know, we have our daughter who's 3, who was adopted. And we decided we're going to adopt again. So we just got approved to adopt in January, I think it was. Yeah. And so now we're just in that waiting game, waiting for the perfect birth family and little one to come in our life. So.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute and exciting. Congratulations.
Thank
you. Sean, what has been like living next to a woman with hair loss who is so public about it? How does that feel for you?
I'm really proud of her. I'm really proud of her openness, and I can see, from where she was last year to now, her confidence is just going way up. Obviously she's met a lot of people that she could talk to and really open up with and have good relationship with. So I just see it as a positive. I mean, all around, it just seems like it's been such a positive impact on her life and our lives by extension. So it's been great.
Yeah. Absolutely. But and then for you, was there at some point, did you feel weird about it? Did you have any reservations about maybe her being public or anything like that? Did that ever cross your mind?
Honestly, I mean, obviously it's a change. Every time I see my wife, she's got a different hairstyle. So that was a bit something to get used to. Now it's just normal. It's like, oh, which one are you wearing today? So yeah. I mean, it's to me, there's obviously a stigma to it, to hair loss that just really needs to be broken. I mean, it's the same thing with mental health and other issues. And I think with hair loss, it's so visible. And that's what makes it so much harder. I mean, like, as someone who suffers with mental health, it's like, that's kind of an invisible disease at times, but like when your hair loss, with hair loss, it's so visible, and that just needs to be gone away. It's just like, it's no, there's no shame in kind of the way your body is changing over time. If you have something that you can help build that confidence back up, that's only a win-win situation. So yeah.
That's amazing. And have you guys had any conversations with Piper, that's your daughter's name, correct?
Yes, Piper.
Do you talk to her about this, like the wigs? Does she ask any questions? Do you have any conversations with her?
Yes, so she's got a couple of like play synthetic wigs that she can wear because she knows we don't touch mommy's wigs. I'm always so nervous that my 3-year-old's gonna like cut the hair on my wigs or, you know, ruin them in some sort. So she's got her own. And she'll just tell me some days, she'll say, Mommy, I really like your wig today. And we'll just pet my hair and you know, she'll talk about the days I wear really bright blonde wigs because she has bright blonde hair. She'll say, your hair matches me today. And it's just normal for her. So
that's beautiful that, you know, she's getting used to it and is going to grow up seeing that this is normal, right? Like that is really my goal with my children. Yeah. To make it just, you know, another thing. So they grow up knowing that it is beautiful to not have hair. It is beautiful to change your hair every day and that we're not different. We're absolutely not different. Yep. So Jen, what's next for you when you come? I mean, there's so much growth, right? But like, where do you want to take this, right? Where are you going? What's your mission behind your page and everything you're sharing?
Oh, good question. So my overall goal and what keeps me going is to help empower women and help them feel like they belong and that they're included in whatever struggle they might be going through. So whether that's body image problems, whether that's hair loss, you know, whatever it is, I want to create a space on my social media where women are included, women feel like they belong and like they can be honest with themselves and with others and find community with other women that are going through the same things they are. So that's my overall goal. And wherever that takes me on my social media is where it takes me. So
I love that.
Yeah.
Is there any, because I think I saw that you created a new page. Am I just like not should I be talking about this or not? Because I saw that you have a website now.
Yes, I do. Yeah. I think I'll dabble maybe a little bit in blogging. I don't know. I'm more into video creation. That's more what I love to do is making reels and TikToks and all of that. But I started a website just as a way for like people to contact me easier and to post things when I need a space to do that. So it creates a good middle ground for that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sean, and so the reason why I invited you, and I just want to be completely honest, right? Like we, as women living with hair loss, are very self-conscious about what our partners think, right? I think that the first thing that we think, or I had those thoughts at some point, is who's going to love me with hair loss? Am I ever going to find a partner? Are they going to respect me, right? And so I know, I remember that Jenn shared with us that you have been really supportive with her journey, and you know, because of other health conditions that made her so that she had to wear wigs and, you know, that's her journey with hair loss. So at what point did you feel, okay, yes, babe, go for it? Because I do remember Jenn just said that he told you right away, like, yeah, you need to get a wig, get whatever you want, right? But did you ever have any doubts of what is life going to be like, or like what crossed your mind? Really, like that's the question. What happened when
I ambushed him? I really ambushed my husband with the idea of wearing wigs. So I'm curious to see what his answer is.
You know, I mean, I think I go back to, you know, personally, I struggle with mental health issues, you know, and for me to expect to be, you know, accommodated and appreciated and with, you know, with anything like that, it's like, how can I expect to be treated normally and be supported and just like, you know, because that can have confidence implications too. You know, you just have to reframe it. It's like, if this is something that really affects kind of quality of life, like you have to support that. So when it comes to wigs, it's like, it's, you know, it's different, but it's the same. It's like, if this improves your quality of life, how is it any different than me, you know, going to see a doctor, you know, to get medication or getting therapy? You know, for her, it's like, if she can go and put money into a wig and that improves her quality of life and that makes her more confident and that, you know, just opens up worlds of possibilities in terms of like just opening up and relating to other people. I mean, how could I not say yes to that? So
Absolutely. And the mental health piece is so important and so deep for us too, right? Because they say alopecia is cosmetic according to insurance, but it's absolutely not. Like everything is affected, like our soul in a deep level, like how we feel, how we, what we think about ourselves when we look in the mirror, like everything gets affected. We lose our identity. I think that's the deepest thing, is like, wow, like you get to find myself again with this condition. So I totally get that. And then now that, the fun part already begun, and, Jenn is totally confident and rocking the wig life. What is it like? Do you ever tell her, hey, I want you to wear this one? Or like, do you guys have fun with this? Or what's life like?
I mean, honestly, I don't. It's for me. It's like, her hair changes with her mood and her outfits and all that stuff. It's just a normal thing now. I don't really have input, just because no matter what she's wearing, she's beautiful. So it's like, I do have, like, she'll ask, "Is this my favorite?" "Oh yes, that's my favorite." And then she'll wear another one. "Is this my favorite?" "Oh, that's my favorite."
Yeah, I
don't
never
really
know
have
his favorite because he goes back and forth.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, I don't really have a preference. I'm happy that it makes her happy. So yeah, that's really,
Well, thank you.
or it gets her confidence. So that's how I feel about it.
Sean, is there anything that you want to share with the women that are feeling insecure around their partners? Like they don't know like how to share with them. Like, was there something that was key for you that you can share with us?
I think the biggest thing is to share what you're comfortable and what you're ready sharing. I know there's a lot of pressure to be open and to be vulnerable about whatever struggle you may be going through. But if you're in a new relationship or you're dating, that can be really hard to open up.
Mm-hmm.
So just remember, you don't owe that to anybody to share about your hair loss. That's your own personal struggle. And you get to decide who and how you want to share that with. So I think that's each woman's own decision on how they want to share that. And then when that time comes, once you're in a committed relationship and you know that partner is going to be accepting of whatever you may be going through and you feel like you can share, then just be honest. Either establish a time that you two can sit down and talk about your struggles, because like Sean said, it's emotional. It's not just cosmetic. It affects so much of you. So just sit down and talk about it and just be open and honest about how your hair loss has impacted you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think from my perspective, it's one of those things, like, this is part of who you are, right? Mm-hmm. So if they're not accepting of that, then they're not accepting you, and you don't, and they don't deserve you. I mean, that's
Absolutely.
The bottom line. I mean, it's something you can't change. It's not your fault.
Right.
If they're just like, I can't, this is a deal breaker, then bye. Bye, Felicia. Get out of here.
Felicia.
You don't deserve. If you can't take this part of me, it's like you don't deserve any part of me. So my thing is just like, when you're comfortable to be honest, whether that's earlier or later, just be honest. And if they can't take it, that's bullet dodged.
Yeah.
They're not the right person.
Yeah.
They're more.
Because honestly, you go along a relationship, if it starts with them not being supportive or approval of your hair loss, it's just going to continue and escalate into problems of them not supporting XYZ along your relationship. So
yeah. And you just reminded me, I get a lot of DMs and questions around, do you wear your hair when you go to bed? Like when you want to be intimate with your husband, like what do you do? And like, I'm really open about it. And I share with everyone that, so I before I used to wear a hair system. So that was bonded to my hair, and, it's kind of like having your own hair. I had that for 5 years, and then I transitioned to toppers and wigs, and it's very different, right? Because we have to take this stuff. I mean, I don't sleep with hair.
No, me either. Yeah.
So whatever, but I had to get used to it, right? Like, honestly, it wasn't about my husband. It was about me just being comfortable with myself, right? And then when I was comfortable with myself, I was like, if my husband does not love me without my hair, then what are we doing? So I mean, I never hid it from him. Like I've always been open, but when people ask me, that's what I tell everyone. I said, I don't go to bed with hair.
Right.
Because what's the point, right? I mean, you're my husband. We're here in a partnership forever, and you love me, and I love you deeply, not because of your body, but because of who you are. And I expect the same. So, you know, if anybody is wondering, like, what do I do? Because I do get that question a lot of my DMs.
Yeah.
I do not wear hair dye.
Right. Yeah, I don't either. You just have to be just willing to be open and honest about that once you're in a committed relationship.
Yeah, I mean, because honestly, even not bedtime, that hair is going to come off throughout the day too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
if it's the middle of the summer, I get
Yeah.
home from like running
Yeah.
errands and I just
Yeah.
whip my wig off.
Yeah, my head is.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you just have to get used to that thing coming on and off. So it just becomes normal. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
you know, for me, I wear a hat sometimes. I don't wear a hat sometimes. It's like, take it on and off.
Yeah.
Are you used to seeing hair all around the house?
Yeah, I'm getting used to random just hairs just laying all over the place.
Hair piles.
Yeah, hair piles.
Yeah.
That's a great question. Does it bother you? Do you feel weird? Like, let's say if you have your buddies come over, your friends are coming over. Do you expect Jen to put everything away? Like, what are your thoughts? Because I think that's another fear that I hear a lot. The women are like, oh my God, where do you have your wigs? I'm like, well, some are out, some are not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the only time I've ever moved them is when our pipes were about to burst and I wanted to protect all your wigs. I don't really care.
told him, I said, get those women on higher ground.
Yeah.
We gotta the water.
Yeah, but if someone's coming over, it's just like, if they see the hair and they're like, what's that hair? I'm gonna be like, what's my wife's hair?
Yeah. My outlook on it, I did initially, you know, I have all my wigs on stands on a bathroom window ledge, and so you can see it from parts of our house through the window. You can see the outline or the shadows of the wigs. And it's a little alarming, I'm sure, if someone who isn't used to seeing that sees all these head outlines like that in the window. And I remember one time I did move them because I felt self-conscious about it. I had a group of friends coming over. But now it's so just part of our lives that I wouldn't even think about it. But
so that's completely out for you. You're not concerned. You will bring people over and your wigs are out and you're cool with that.
Yep. Nope. That's my outlook on it. I feel like I'm so open on the internet that I would assume most people in my life know that I wear wigs.
Yeah. So speaking of the internet, there are a lot of Karens and trolls, and you know, as you said, people in TikTok are a little different too, because I think the hairless community in general on Instagram are very loving and supporting.
Oh my gosh, incredibly. Yeah.
Right. And so how do you handle those people?
I just like the Taylor Swift song, I Shake It Off. I know it's not personal. They're usually, you know, projecting their own insecurities on you. And so I just shake it off. I'll sometimes read them. Sometimes I try not to if I see it's heading in a negative direction. Sometimes we'll just laugh about it. Like, you know, before we're going to bed, I'll read them some funny comments people left me. But overall, I don't take it personally. I know that's just one little person out of thousands that have been so supportive, and so they don't matter, and I just shake it off.
What's the craziest thing that you've heard or that somebody has said?
I can't remember exactly. It was a guy on TikTok, and he said, how did he word it?
I don't even remember. It was something like, you know,
good thing you're or something about me being fat, bald, and beautiful, but good thing I'm beautiful is what he said. or like good thing you're not fat, bald, and beautiful, or no, good thing you're not fat and bald, but at least you're beautiful. Something like just really like that
really
like
weird, like what?
Like insinuated that I was fat and bald.
But also beautiful.
All the things. You are all the things.
Yeah. No, that one was the winner, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of odd like older guys who feel the need who have like, you know.
Yeah, ask you if you want a sugar daddy or like
or they'll post my bald pictures to make money on the internet. I get those.
Oh, that's happening to you too? Oh wow.
Yeah.
So
Block. I have all those guys blocked.
Mhm. Yeah.
Wow. So Jen, I always like to see what's, everybody's next level. I already asked you, like, what are you doing next, right? But I feel like this question is more around, we see you so confident and fun and just really living your next level already. But what brings you down sometimes? Like, what are you struggling with? Because I always like to ask, because women sometimes think that we are always in this, that life is great. And I know we have bad days. We still do. So I want to hear, like, when you have a bad day, like, what do you do? And what is it that brings you down at this level?
No, 100%. And I try to be vulnerable and real on social media, because so much of social media can be, the highlight reel or the good things that are happening in someone's life. And I know I've been guilty of it. I'm scrolling and that's all I see are people's highlight reels. And I'm comparing that to my behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And it just makes you feel inadequate, or like, well, what's wrong with my life? So that's what I try to achieve on social media, is just being real and open and vulnerable. So the biggest things that will bring me down, I think right now with the pandemic and with COVID and everything, is likely friendships, isolation, and loneliness. And I fill all those voids with all my friends on social media, and my sweet husband. But that's probably the biggest thing. And I try to just get through it by creating meaningful connections with women online. I have so many sweet friends now that I text daily. We've never met in person, but we go through the same struggles, so we relate and we bond through that. So I say those are the biggest things. Occasionally my hair loss will still get me down. The other day I was needing to take pictures of my scalp and my head for a project I'm working on. And I asked my husband to take them, and I told him, I don't want to look at them. I don't want to see them. I want you to take them and send them off to these people, but I don't want to see them. And that was my way of being proactive from seeing something around my head that would bring me down, and that would be hurtful to me and hurt me, and obviously evoke all these emotions of seeing all those bald spots along my head. I know they're there and I'm not ignoring them, but I think when I shine a light on them, when I'm really investigating my head, that's when all those emotions start flooding back. So
yeah, I really think it's about knowing our triggers. I still
absolutely. Yeah.
Still shed a lot, and I just know, and actually now that I also transition into wigs, I'm only washing my hair like once or twice a week, because I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
And it's also having that conversation with myself when, like, I know I'm gonna see it. So before I even brush my hair, I'm already thinking, Val, you're not your hair, you're beautiful, you're powerful. Like, I'm already, right? Like, having that conversation, so it doesn't even go there. But we have to know our triggers. Like, this is the only way we're gonna manage this. So guys, thank you so much for being with us. I know, Sean, you probably are a little bit over your time, so thank you for giving us a little extra 5 minutes. You guys have any last piece of advice that you want to share with the community?
Oh, anything.
Oh man. I just think, like, whatever you need to do to be confident.
Yeah.
Just be honest, and the person that values you as a person will support you in that journey.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. And my DMs are always open. I always tell women that. Those are my favorite to respond to, is just connecting with other women that are going through the same thing I am. So find someone to reach out to, communicate what's going on, and just, get through it the best you can.
Yeah.
Make the most of it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys. Can't wait to see the family grow. You guys are adorable.
Thank
you. So we're all here rooting for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you on the next interview.